Hi all, I just wanted to put together a quick video on the changes to GCSEs and A-levels that have been outlined by Ofqual recently. So Ofqual is the regulatory board that looks after all the examination boards, and so they're kind of the ones to look at for information. So I wanted to put together a really short video to try and put some people's nerves at rest based on the guidance that they are giving for the next academic years. So there's a few things that, just to mention briefly, obviously, information I'm going to give you now is relevant as of right now, me recording this. But going forwards, it's important to refer to Ofqual's website with the most up-to-date information, just so that you're fully aware of everything that's going on. So this document is about 20 or so pages that they've released fairly recently in August. And it essentially details what changes they're proposing to make for GCSEs, AS and A-level exams and the curriculums. But obviously for a lot of people, this is too big of a read to go through. So I thought I'd make this little video giving you the key bits of information. So first off, I want to say that there's no drastic changes at all. So currently the proposal is the exams will be in the same format, same duration, and at the same time that they would be any other year. So that means past papers are still by far the best resource to use. They're still accurate with the types of questions that you're going to be asked and the timeframes allowed. And the dates of the exams are proposed to be the same, if not similar to what they are at the moment. So still May, June time, because obviously if you push them any further towards the end of the year, that then impacts results day, which impacts college applications and so on. So at the moment, that's the plan. The only other major change, is that required practicals are going to be changing for biology, chemistry, physics. So it used to be mandatory that students had attendance and took an active role in the required practicals. This is now not the case because obviously in the event of another lockdown, the students won't have access to the practicals. So they're now saying, okay, that's fine, but we need to make sure that they have an experience of it. So essentially the required practicals are going to be delivered either online or through a simulation. So you still have the experience, but you don't have to be there in person because it may or may not be possible. They're the main things. So I'm hoping that that is going to reassure some people, because ultimately not that much is changing. They've also said that the curriculum is going to stay the same. So anything that you have learnt so far in your first years of GCSE or A-levels is still valid, still relevant. So you need to keep revising that as you would any other year. So if you boil it down to the very basics, most of the stuff is staying the same. You need to know the same content. You need to be able to apply it in the same format. The only thing that's changing, at least for sciences, is the required practicals. Now, there's some subjects that are changing a little bit more than that. For example, geography, the fieldwork aspect is being mitigated just so that in the event that there isn't an opportunity for students to go out on field trips and so forth, that they won't be disadvantaged because the curriculum will have already changed to account for that. So it's likely that the weighting will be more on an exam or on a particular piece of coursework that's done from home, for example, or in school in small settings. English literature is also changing. The details aren't particularly, aren't really concise. There's a lot of words and not very much meaning. But from what I can gather about it, they're going to be giving students the opportunity to choose what parts of the exams they want to answer. So if they had a good experience learning about a particular Shakespeare play, then they'll be given the option to showcase that knowledge in the exam. But information about each individual subject is available at the end of this document, and there'll be a link to this in the description. So if you scroll down the document, it's 27 pages, you go just about halfway through it, and you'll see here some examples of the subject and any change that they're going to make. So English literature, like we said, choice of topics on which students have to answer questions. So they're given a bit more free rein with that. If we go to a few other ones, some other key subjects. So obviously we've got the biology, chemistry, physics, all have the same decision, they've called it. So biology here, permit observation of demonstrations and/or simulations to cover required apparatus and techniques, which means that you'll either have a video or a simulation of your required practical. You don't have to necessarily be there in person because you may not be able to. The other key one being maths. If you look down here, there is no change to assessment arrangements. So maths is staying exactly as it is. So that's really all the information that that I wanted to get through. So everything is essentially staying as it is. Keep preparing for your exams exactly how you were going to before. So same format, same length, same time, same content as before, but the method of delivery may change slightly. And for those specific details, click on the link in the video description, have a look at that table. And for ones like English literature, where there are more changes being proposed, it goes into a bit more detail in the text paragraph, and you can read through that at your leisure. But I just wanted to put a quick video out there, summarize it the best I can, as quick as I can. And I want to get this video as far shared around here as we can, so that most people can at least have that sense of comfort of knowing what you need to prepare for. So as always, the little bit of the plug, I suppose, at GCSE Tutoring Barnsley is my tutoring page, offers one-to-one tuition online for maths, biology, chemistry and physics GCSEs. I'm also providing some revision tips and tricks on my page, so they're completely free there for you to access, try and help you out. And I'll also be putting some resources together on the required practicals, because it seems to be that the emphasis is going to be more on being taught at home, and you taking a more key role in the students' learning. So I'll try and facilitate the best that I can to get some resources together to help you along. More than happy to answer any questions you may have. Just send me a message over on my page, GCSE Tutoring Barnsley. Best of luck for the coming year, and yeah, thanks for listening.